Susan here again. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my spoiler-free review of Later by Stephen King. This is a 248-page book, a novel, and it is a hard case crime book. He has written a couple others, Joyland, which I have, and The Colorado Kid. I don't have that one in my collection yet. I'm always adding to my King collection when I can. The next book in line for me is Billy Summers. That's due out in August of this year. August 3rd, 2021, I believe. So I'm looking to get that one. I'm hoping to be able to pre-order it soon. Anyway, on to this one. This is a bit of a departure for Stephen King. It tackles some really interesting situations. It deals with the mother. Okay, this is about, basically this is about Jamie Conklin, the boy on the cover here. Him and his mother, who is single. I'll read the back of it here for you. The son of a struggling single mother, Jamie Conklin just wants an ordinary childhood. But Jamie is no ordinary child. Born with an unnatural ability his mom urges him to keep secret. Jamie can see what no one else can see and learn what no one else can learn. But the cost of using this ability is higher than Jamie can imagine. As he discovers when an NYPD detective draws him into the pursuit of a killer who has threatened to strike from beyond the grave. Okay, this book, I really liked it. And apparently there is a split. You either love it or you hate it. It's one of those books. It does have some rather strong language in it, but given the characters and what they're dealing with, it is totally understandable that that's how it's written, because it puts you right in the situations with them. And it does touch on a lesbian relationship between the mother and the NYPD detective. You see her here on the cover with the son. Her name is Liz, and they get up to quite the situations that you wouldn't think of, but as the story progresses, it draws you deeper and deeper in. There is a magnificent twist at the end, which at first shot doesn't look like it belongs there. Like it really doesn't add to the story, but looking back over it now, I've finished this book, and looking back over it, it does explain a lot. Some things that I had questions about as I was reading are now answered because of that ending. So Stephen King, as always, is right on the money, and knows what his constant readers would like and need. So I would highly recommend this for Stephen King readers. I am in the really like it group, okay? There's like it and hate it, and some are saying, well, ever since his accident, he hasn't been the same, and his stories aren't the same. Give me the old classics that, like It, and the Dark Tower series, etc. It's like, no. Stephen King can still write. I had trouble putting this down. Okay. It is 248 pages long. There is an excerpt from Joyland in the back, if you want to get a little taste for that. Let me just read the beginning for you. There is a single page. After the title page, there is a single page before it actually gets into like chapter 1, the very next page, okay? So I'll read this to you, and it kind of gives you a feel for the book, okay? Here we go. I don't like to start with an apology. There's probably even a rule against it, like never ending a sentence with a preposition. But after reading over the 30 pages I've written so far, I feel like I have to. It's about a certain word I keep using. I learned a lot of 4-letter words from my mother. Language, hello. And also use them from an early age, as you will find out. But this is one with 5 letters. The word is later. Title of the book. The word is later, as in later on, and later I found out. And it was only later that I realized. I know it's repetitive, but I had no choice, because my story starts when I still believed in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy. Although even at 6, I had my doubts. I'm 22 now, which makes this later, right? I suppose when I'm in my 40s, always assuming I'll make it that far, I'll look back on what I thought I understood at 22 and realize there was a lot I didn't get at all. There's always a later. I know that now, at least until we die. Then I guess it's all before that. My name is Jamie Conklin, and once upon a time I drew a Thanksgiving turkey, and I thought it was the absolute cat's A word. Later, and not much later, I found out it was more like the stuff that comes out of the cats. You know what? Sometimes the truth really sucks. I think this is a horror story. Check it out. And sure enough, it starts off as a normal story about a mother and a son and what they do day in, day out kind of thing. And then we get introduced to Liz, and things get a little complicated. And then it's kind of like Jamie's story takes over. And it's interesting to find out what his unnatural ability is. Okay. There are little touches on references to Stephen King's It novel. There are also other little telltale sayings and things that you recognize as Kingisms, right? If you're a Stephen King constant reader, you'll understand when you start reading this. It's like, oh, there he is. Okay, all right. But I truly think you should give this one a shot. If you are a King fanatic, you will be interested in which group you end up in. Do you love it or do you hate it? Like I said, there doesn't seem to be a middle ground. I've read some reviews, other reviews, and I'm in the love it party there. So anyway, again, that is your spoiler-free review of this book. King, as always, makes his characters totally believable. He gets you to care about them. He gets you to hate some of them. And it's interesting enough that I would recommend this because you never know which camp you belong in until you read it for yourself. As I said, the language that's in it is totally understandable given what the characters are experiencing throughout the book. What else can I say about this? It has more twists and turns than you would think of, and the last one is a doozy. I'll just say that. It's a doozy. I did not see it coming, although it does explain a lot at the end that you had questions about as you read. So, well worth plowing through to the end. It's 248 pages. So, anyway, there you go. There's the spoiler-free review of Later by Stephen King. And hope you pick it up. If you read Stephen King, drop me a comment below. I love to meet other fellow constant readers. And let me know if you have a collection, and do you have this book yet? If not, are you planning on buying it? And if you have it, drop me a comment on which group you're in. Do you love it or do you hate it? Or are you one of the rare in-between people that kind of sees both sides of it? I would love to talk to you about all things King. And thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.